And I'm just like, fuck it. I'm on a little nature walk. So just turn the fucking camera on. Why not? While I'm doing my thing. And then we're gonna talk boxing. Hold on, I thought I had this shit. Hold on. Alright, now we good. Alright, so let's get into this, man. We're gonna recap the fights from last night. First and foremost, I wanna say that's how you do it, PBC. That's what I'm talking about. That card last night was litty. Okay. You know, I was chilling, had me a little drink, and it was a good night of boxing. I was not disappointed. I seen Ife Ajagba get put on his motherfucking ass. I was like, what the fuck? This Banderas dude, woo, got stretched. Okay. So we talking about knockout after knockout after knockout. But you seen boxing in between that, right? What we gonna do? See, this is what we do on the UDC side, because we boxing fans. We gonna give credit where credit is due. We don't mind eating crow, and unlike some of y'all, we ain't got no bunch of emotion invested in one guy, pushing one guy. We pushing boxing. That's what we going. That's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And speaking the truth about it, and we got the realest boxing talk every time. JERMELL CHARLO, we got to give him credit because it wasn't about the boxing. Nah, because he was getting outboxed, clearly. Tony Harrison was clearly outboxing JERMELL CHARLO. But what you got to give JERMELL credit on, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said, I'm a knockout artist, and he going to go in there and get the KO. He said he going to place his punches better to get him up out of there. That's what he said. Bring out the smelling sauce. It wasn't to that extreme, but after that second knockdown, that's when the fight should have been stopped. Okay, with all the shit that's been happening this year, you know, to be real about it, he took some hellacious shots in that second knockdown. And I don't understand why the ref allowed that shit to go on. I get it. He gave the champion an opportunity. So when he did stop it, I didn't like it because Tony Harrison wasn't in that bad of shape, even though he was in bad shape, not throwing back. But that second knockdown the fight should have been done. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch the shit. That second knockdown, that nigga head was getting knocked back like I remember when Vernon Forrest and Shane Mosley fought.
Sorry about that.
You good? Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Vernon Forrest was knocking Shane Mosley head back. It was on that type level a little bit, low key. But I mean, good fight though. Good fight. Tony Harrison played himself, bro. He was in full control of the fight. He had the crowd under control. Every time they would try to give him some momentum, he would do the little shake, the little dance shit. Everything was working. But he got lax, like he said, and allowed this dude to turn up on him. Because JERMELL did the same thing in the first fight. JERMELL turned up on Tony Harrison in the 11th and 12th round. Right? Just this time, he got the KO. Tony Harrison weathered the storm in the first fight. You know, this motherfucker was doing everything right. Coming forward, he went to the body on JERMELL, slowed JERMELL down. I was like, oh, yeah, JERMELL is not moving hardly no more. He ain't as athletic, and he ain't coming forward no more. It's them body shots. Like, y'all wasn't paying attention to that, some of y'all. Tony was going to the body. JERMELL footwork wasn't all that great after that. He was on the back foot. On defense, Tony Harrison was dictating the pace. landing shots on him, upstairs, downstairs, countering him. Tony was winning the fight. So I don't care about their scorecards. The end result is JERMELL knocked Tony Harrison out. He won the fight. And the nigga gets his vindication. You know, I think that JERMELL is humbled by the win. He's humbled by the win. Whether, like, it would have probably been the opposite way. People may have thought it would have been opposite. But I'm over in this bike truck. But I'm a G, nigga. I get it on my feet. They gotta ride it out. The trail that they ride, nigga, I walk this shit. You know? I walk this shit. Climb this shit. I'm in shape. And them niggas was in shape last night. I don't even think it was fatigue or nothing like that with Tony Harrison. I just thought that JERMELL, he had another gear he kicked it into, and Tony was in the same gear too long. And when JERMELL turned it up late, that nigga, it was too late for him. He just, come on, JERMELL's a strong dude, man. JERMELL's a strong dude, and he's hungry. And one thing that JERMELL wanted was to be champ. So, despite all the trinkets and anklets and all that shit, and me and him getting into it on IG, nigga, I'm a boxing fan, and I know that this is a brutal sport. To get a victory, see, look, and the thing about it is, some of y'all would have ridiculed Tony Harrison if we went to 12 and outboxed him the way he was doing, because it was a beautiful fight. But still, I can turn it around and look at it and say, you know what? Despite all the punches he took and clearly getting outclassed in the fight, he told, just like how Tony Harrison told him, you got 12 rounds to do it. That nigga did it. He had 12 rounds and he got him in that 11th when he was clearly losing the fight. On my card, you know, despite what y'all had, I had JERMELL losing that fight. People get excited about knockdowns, bro. Y'all got to know how to score fights, you know. But JERMELL did his thing, just like AJ. That motherfucker avenged his loss. I can't say shit about AJ, about losing to Ruiz. Guess what? He avenged that loss. I can't say nothing about JERMELL losing to Harrison. He avenged that loss. Just keep it 100. He avenged the loss. So JERMELL is still a top nigga at 154. Yeah, there's a lot of people out here on a Sunday. But he is still a top dog at 154. However, shit, when I look at the other opponent, like a J-Rock, yeah, that's a different beast, fam. At this point, what I saw from JERMELL in there, that's easy work for J-Rock, in my opinion. You know, I know JERMELL can punch and all of that, but look, what I saw J-Rock doing to her, man, that same game plan will be pretty much the right blueprint to really get to JERMELL, possibly get him out of there late. Because JERMELL, just like they good offensive guys, okay, all of them in Texas, like Errol Spence. When you look at JERMELL, when you look at Jamal, even Regis, you know, migrating from Louisiana to Texas, good offense. Defense not that good, man. That's what I'm saying. When you're going to last in the sport and you're going to really stay at the top, your defense got to come alive, fam. That shit is not good at all. Deontay Wilder, come on, bro. Great offense. When you land that punch, man, it's automatic. A nigga going to go to sleep. But in the midst of all of that, you trying to land that one punch, your defense got to get better, dog. What's wrong with these dudes? Like, I want to give, say, Derrick James the respect and all of that, but teach these guys how to hit and not get hit, bro. You're going to get these dudes really hurt in there. Errol Spence comes back and does the interview, and I'm looking at this shit like, this nigga really got fucking thrown. Like, I had to literally see him in person, right? See his face. He got the scar on the lip and definitely got different teeth in there. And I'm like, yo, This nigga got thrown from a fucking car and he survived the shit. And he talking about coming back and not getting a nigga. Take time off, dog. Fuck these fanboys. Take your time off. These niggas don't give a shit about you, dog. What you mean you about to get back up in there with a top guy, Pacquiao? Don't even mention them. You ain't got shit to prove to nobody, man. Get with your family, get healthy. This nigga gets hit in the head for a living. And y'all trying to rush this nigga back in there? Y'all some fuck niggas, man. Y'all don't give a shit about people. I don't want this nigga to rush in there and just get murked, nigga. Patrick Day this year. You know how many people got murked this year in the ring? Y'all, yeah, y'all is some savages. Y'all want this nigga to be a savage. Don't care about his life and don't give a fuck about him. Nigga, fanboy, step up. I'm about to drop the link. I'm gonna let y'all talk, and you gonna let me talk. But let me get to the what's up, Carlos? Right, the scoring is terrible. Like PBC is messing up their reputation. Just score the shit right, bro. That's what we deal with on the UGC. Just be integrity. Like, be honest about this shit. If Tony Harrison clearly winning the fight, outboxing the points, everything that meets the um points criteria, like just do it fair, man, and make motherfuckers not want to watch that shit. Last 3 big fights I've seen, I'm just like, what's up with this conky box? Why y'all niggas not just being fair? Shout out to the homie Unbiased. Had a lit live stream last night. You know, I was gonna do my shit, but Unbiased cranked it off. I'm like, I'm going over there to support Unbiased. What you talking about? Nigga, we're gonna go to the Unbiased side first. You know what I mean? And get that work in. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, except for the fact that Harrison was doing good on the inside. I just felt like in 11th and 12th, that's when you need to get on your back foot. Come on, bro. You got to know in your mind, I got this fight won. You know, like, I don't know if he was just trying to just press and press to look for the KO, but in 11th and 12th, the Charlos, I would give that to them. They stronger in them late rounds. Like when Jermell was fighting Korobov, I ended up giving it to him because he turned it up in 11th and 12th in a close fight and damn near got him out of there, hurt him. Them Charlos know how to hurt you in the late rounds. So they got good stamina, man. That shit lasts 12, strong 12 rounds. So you can't really slip with them niggas in there like that. You got to be on point. They defense not good though. So if you was somebody who know how to just land consistent shots on them and stay out of the way of them heavy loading up shots that they throw, you'll easily beat them. Easily. There ain't no diss to them. I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's not boxing when you just only looking for one big shot. That shit in the 3rd round, that was terrible, bro. That's terrible. That's not good boxing. That 3rd round, that's terrible, bro. Shit. And all that shit, he wasted energy. And it's a good thing he had another gear, but he wasted all of that damn energy and let Tony Harrison control him from like, what was the 3rd all the way to the damn 10th. I was like, damn, bro. Tony going to work on you. But whatever y'all thought y'all saw, that's what I saw. But the nigga knocked him out, but that shit ain't gonna work every time. What you mean we off him? It's called a unification bout. Didn't Jermell say on to bigger and better things? Well, what is he talking about? I'm assuming it's a unification. So what is you talking about, Jamal? This is boxing. You win some, you lose some. I mean, is anybody talking about Andy Ruiz? You know, what you mean? We stay more focused on the top, the champions. Tony Harrison can come back, but it just all depends on what he do. He messed up a great opportunity, you know? But I will say, though, this, man. I wouldn't mind seeing a 3rd fight. They did good promo for that. Shit, I watch the press conferences and shit. That's how you fucking promote a fight. That could be on like an undercard of a pay-per-view or the main. If PBC do it the right way, shit, a trilogy for that, and put another good little 2 or 3 cards on it. 2 or 3 good fights on there. Shit, I'll buy it. Until that shit to pay-per-view totally die out, because that shit pretty much out. Shit, Tony Harrison go holler at Eddie Hearn. Shit, do something. I don't know what's going on with Eddie Hearn in 154, but shit. Tony Harrison, don't give up, man. Do what you got to do. You can still fight. Every time look, all his losses, bro, he be up. He be winning the fight, and then he'll get caught late. That's Tony Harrison curse. Oh, my bad, Angel in here. Tony curse.
Yo.
The nigga will be up in the fight, and then he always get caught late and be like, oh, shit, you was almost there. Right?
Yeah, man. That was good, Black. How you doing, man?
Hopefully your phone is straight, bro. You got some shit going on with your shit, dog.
I don't know.
Up,
Yo,
bro.
that was weird. That was weird, yo.
Sometimes you don't be hearing people. People be talking. You be talking over them. I'm like, his phone be on some other shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my bad about that, man. I don't know what's up. I think I might have. It's like phone lines crossed. I don't know, man. Shit was weird. But yeah, man. I think Harrison should have let off the gas. Should have took like 11 and 12 off, man. Like he had it won, man. I don't know. Well,
You said what? Say it again.
oh my bad. No, I was saying what you were saying, like those last 2 rounds, he should have been at distance. Use that jab. Pot shotting them and just taking them 2 rounds off. He had it won for the most part, but then again, them scorecards, man, they had him. They had Charlo up on 2 scorecards, so I guess because he was pressing the action, trying to hook with him, and he felt that he needed to maybe knock Charlo out, and got knocked out himself.
I mean, it's like, bruh, you know, this dude Tony Harrison, man, he had that fight won. I don't care what nobody say. I was watching the shit. He had that fight won, but he slipped. He slipped up, and like I said, I got to get into the Charlos. They are strong for all 12. They can hurt you late.
Yeah.
They known for turning it up in the 11th and 12th on you. And if you're not ready for that, if you too tired or you too in one gear and not paying attention, oh, they'll get you. They will get you. But they defense got to get better, though.
Definitely. Yeah, his chin. Charlo
man.
got a good chin, man. Them Charlos got chins, man.
He got a strong chin because it would be discrediting. It's credit to JERMELL, and it's like we're not discrediting Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison, he actually got a punch, man. He got respectable power to where why the fuck would JERMELL be on his back foot if he was just really just able to just walk through Tony Harrison shit? Nah, Tony Harrison was controlling him with his power and had him on his back foot from fucking 3 to 10. Shit, JERMELL had moments, but nah, that was a totally controlled fight by Tony Harrison, what I saw. And only times it slip up, like he got dropped in the second. He just slipped. He slipped up.
Yeah, man. I think, man, if Charlo would have went to the body more, man, and did a little bit more feints, feint upstairs, then go to the body. He wasn't feinting too much, man. I didn't see too many feints, man. I was like, yeah, man. He's like he didn't know how to feint. Like he if you see Harrison on the other hand, he was feinting. He was like doing these little feints from distance and kept making Charlo like flinch. It was pretty good, man. Harrison was doing some good stuff in there, man. The quick little feints from distance. Charlo was unsure, man. He's about to catch me with an outside jab. He was making Charlo overreact a lot of times with just some little subtle feint. It was like little subtle feints from distance. Charlo was overreacting. Then he was catching Charlo to the body. Boom. And Charlo needed to do the same thing back, but it's just, I don't know, man. It just wasn't there, man. He just wasn't going to the body enough. I think if you would have went to the body more, instead of just trying to go for them winging shots, some looping ass shots, he probably would have gotten Harrison out of there earlier.
Harrison said that Jermell hurt him to the body. He said it was
That's
a shot to the body he got caught with. So he
yeah,
did admit. So I like the fact that he was being honest. Like I don't think that he was trying to be not a good sportsman or nothing like that. He was being he had to be humbled by it, but at the same time he was so disappointed with his damn self. The nigga knew he had to fight one. That's like
yeah,
the third time that happened to him. Winning the fight and you get caught late, get stopped
yeah,
late.
yeah.
So hey, at the
That's
end of the day, that's something that he got to correct his focus late because I don't think it was really too much time. He just lost focus. He
yeah.
thought he was just like, okay, I'm here, I'm about to spin my shit. 2 more rounds to go. You fucking lost focus,
Jamel definitely can't do that with J Rock though, man. All them looping ass shots like that. J
bro.
Rock,
That second, what was that? That second round with them looping shits, man.
yeah,
That's terrible, bro. That was terrible. You talking about he gonna come in there and set his shots up better? Hey, shit, that second round, don't ever do that shit again.
yeah.
Don't
Especially
ever
if
do
you not
that.
if you going up against J Rock to unify, man. Don't do that shit against J Rock, man. J Rock gonna block those, catch those, parry those,
Catch and shoot.
catch and shoot, and get his ass out of there. I don't know. It's a new J Rock. People talking about J Rock stamina. I mean, let's see what this fight with Rosario. Because this kid Rosario, he got a good work rate and he got a lot of stamina. So let's see what J Rock stamina is, man. I think that it's gonna be a good fight, but see how his stamina is, and if his stamina holds up like it did it with the Herd fight, I think man, Mel's gonna have a he's gonna be in for a beatdown,
Yeah,
in my opinion. You know?
yeah, man. And you know what, man? I put this in the title. I heard LTBA talking about this, and it's an opportunity to really look at this shit, man. Like people might follow somebody because they got a huge following, but are they really leaders though? You know what I mean? You gotta ask that question. People being led by people that's just doing all kind of stuff. They hitting women and they act like they for the cause, but all the violence and drama is coming from this person in the same culture. So you got to look at it. Is this the truth, or just y'all just love to just follow somebody because they got a huge following? That's what it seemed like. I mean, I ain't with all that. I don't care if somebody got 100 subs. If they pushing something real, they positive, they got their own mind, free thinking, and all that. Shit, I fuck with them. I fuck with them. Not just somebody who talks slick and you know, like, hey, that shit, man, that
Yeah,
shit ain't for me.
definitely not, man. It's I don't know, man. That what they was talking about last night, and then people getting mad over the interviewer saying telling Spence to drive safe and all that. That's dumb, man. That was come on. He was actually giving them some good advice. You get mad for that? I don't
I
know.
mean, you got to ask the question: does he not want safety for Errol Spence? I said a little bit earlier, like I don't know if he fits into that category, but motherfuckers even that's talking about that's excited about Errol maybe coming back, you know, say early part of next year or something. Like, man, y'all don't give a fuck about Errol. Errol
They
got
don't.
tossed from a fucking vehicle, man. Like what's going on here? This ain't like a weak ass shoulder injury or arm injury like how Keith Thurman had for 2 years. No, nigga, he got thrown from a car. He can at least take about a year and a half too. You know, hopefully they could work out something where his belt is intact or whatever. But maybe just be a champion recess, man. The show must go on, but health is first, man. Health is first.
Yeah.
And if you motherfuckers is not seeing that, and y'all just that inconsiderate, and y'all just on your own little agendas, man, fuck y'all niggas, bro. Fuck y'all niggas. You niggas is like, y'all nothing. Y'all nothing. Earl Spence need to take time off. That don't even, shit. That fucking interview, bro. Tell you, my wife was looking at this shit like, "Lo, yo,
Yeah.
Tom ain't right when his speech is different. Look, I mean, he talk, it's Earl, but at the same time, it's Earl ain't the same Earl, bro. If he gets in there with like a Danny or Manny or something like that, nah, bro. I
That's
don't
not
see it
good.
for this dude. And I'm not saying he can't fight, But in this condition, bro, I want to see the healthy Errol Spence. You know, just period. Whether that's in boxing or not, man. I don't want to see this dude out here getting his head beat on and get worse. Just for you niggas to celebrate and put up videos. Fuck out of here.
Definitely. Like Black, like last night, looking at his face, people was like, "Oh, his face looks okay" and all that. But when he faced the camera to the front, you could clearly see that one side of his face
Well,
is swollen, is like a little bit more swollen than the other side. There's a little bit more, tissue over there on that side. And it's not just because of the mouth surgery. It's the rest is like the side of his eye where the socket is. You know what I mean? That's a little bit more swollen. You know, that's not just a mouth injury
I mean,
or
we got to factor
just
in he
mouth surgery.
definitely. You got to factor in he definitely been eating more. So
Definitely been eating more, but I mean, for
just
me, his eye on that side, on his right side, look a little bit more swollen. Just me,
salute to Rocket
from what I
Strike
could
and I
tell.
in the building.
Rocket,
What
what's
up,
up,
though?
man? What up, Nyota?
What's good, G? What's good, man?
What's good, G? Yeah. You
What's
talking about this
good, G?
recap
Yeah,
of the fight? Real quick, recapping the fights from last night. What's y'all assessment on JERMELL getting his vindication? What's your thoughts on Tony Harrison? Just the whole card. And then um, women beater leaders and people that's just following people because they got a big following, but not because they really doing something real positive. So go ahead, y'all.
yeah. Man, I was disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm eating crow.
Eat
You
it.
know what I mean? Me and Flame on, we eating crow, bro. You know what I mean? I got the lemon pepper on the crow. Tearing that shit up. It is
Shout out
nasty.
to Pepper on the shit.
You know? Yeah, but man, Tony's a better boxer, bro. He's a better fighter. He's just chinny, like I always said. You know
But
what I
late,
mean? Like I said, huh?
but late though, right? Because he kind of took some shots, man, from JERMELL, but it was in 11th and 12th. Always like when Tony Harrison gets into the late rounds, he'd be winning. He'll get caught late.
I
Yeah,
mean, the shots that he was getting caught with, like in the middle of the fight, they wasn't really flush, like on his chin. You know what I mean? Because he was blocking a lot of those bitches.
he was rolling
A
with
Yeah,
lot of those,
some
a lot
left
of
hook.
those shots Jamel was catching them with was like high on the head. You know what I mean? But he wasn't really connecting with a lot of chin shots on him. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
when he came on that 11th, what was it, 11th?
yeah.
Man, that was game over.
Hey, what's your thoughts on that third round though? Now he was loading up, trying to just like trying everything in him possible to get to Tony Harrison.
That just shows you that he really didn't adjust anything. I mean, he uh he,
He
he
told
would
us what he was
dedicate to
gonna
his dad, huh?
do. He told us exactly what he was gonna do. He said, "I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get the knockout." He didn't say I'm gonna
Yeah,
outbox him for 12, none of that shit. He actually did exactly what he said he was gonna do. That's why I'm like, you know what? Got to give him his respect because he said he was gonna go in there and knock him out, and he did.
yeah. I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not downplaying Jamel, man. He did his thing, man. You know what I mean? Like he did his thing, and it was on the behest of Tony, though. You know what I mean? Tony's the one that bullshitted. You know what I mean? Tony fucked up. He bullshitted. He got too damn relaxed in that bitch, playing around and shit. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I would kind of agree with that. Like it's almost like Harrison gave Charlo the opportunity more so than Charlo kind of created the opportunity organically himself.
Right, exactly. But Charlo got it. He got it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Don't
no.
nobody.
When he's seeing
That's
it, he
what.
took advantage of it. So you
Well,
got to give credit to him for that.
Right,
that's what
right.
happens when you're the one that's actually pressing the attack. Of course, you're giving the guy opportunities when you're the one that's pressing the attack. That's just like Crawford with Cavaliaskis.
Yeah.
He's
No, I mean
pressing the attack.
that's true. I mean, the thing about it though is like Harrison, there were moments probably where he could have stepped back as he was pressing the attack. Like there's a difference between pressing and pressing and pressing and then pressing and then taking a step back and then forcing your opponent to kind of reset. Like, wait, hold up. He was just pressing me. What is he doing
Right.
now? So Harrison
But that was a good
didn't
game
vary it
plan,
up
though.
quite enough.
That was his best
But,
game plan, was to come forward and press him,
but
because
you know what?
Jamel wasn't really effective while Harrison was pressing him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
but still,
he was smart.
I do think he could have conserved a little bit more energy so that he would have had more late, and especially to recover from the shots that he got caught with late. Because I think somewhat of that might have been due to conditioning as well. Charlo did go to the body a couple of times, which might have taken a little bit of the starch out of him as well. But I think that the fact that he let loose with so much earlier on may have cost him in the end with regards to his not being able to recover properly from the shots that he got hit with that finished him.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean he recovered. He recovered from it. You know what I mean? Like that second round knockdown that he got, he recovered. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see no shaky legs from him, nothing like that.
That one, yeah. That's what I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about later on. I'm talking about when in the finishing volley, where like I think he probably could have recovered better had he had more in the tank. Whereas had he not expended himself to such a degree in the early and mid rounds.
Jordan, I agree with you. He said Harrison's guard is actually really good. He tucks his chin, elbows covered all the way down.
Yeah.
Charlo wasn't able to land much early due to that advanced guard. I absolutely agree with you. His defense was really good against Jermell. Jermell couldn't really land nothing early.
Yeah, that's why I said he had a great fucking game plan. Walk him down, walk him down.
What's up, Myron Cone?
What's up, Black?
What's going on, King?
Iron Cone.
Peace.
What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah,
Jermell got the job done. He got the KO late. Harrison keeps getting stopped late in fights he be actually winning.
Harrison is a weird dude because, well, in my opinion, he was well on his way to winning the fight, and then he started showboating. After that first knockdown, you should have realized that this dude, Jermell, is not playing with me. It's surprising because it was Charlo who remained very focused in the fight. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Harrison, to me, I don't know if your showboating was a way to take away from the fact that he was being worn down, but I
think it probably was.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was winning the fight. Apparently, the judges didn't think he was winning the fight because they had Charlo 3 rounds.
And then speak on that, man. Like,
I'm like, what
consistent big fights where ConcuBox is doing some funny stuff. The judges might have it some weird way. It's just like, why y'all can't just have integrity?
I mean, it's kind of predictable, Black. It's just basically if the A side guy, if the round is close, the A side guy wins it automatically. It's like tie goes to the that whole baseball shit. Tie goes to the runner. Tie goes to the home guy. Basically, is the way that. And it's not just PBC. It's all these networks. To be honest with you, but it's predictable as shit.
When I saw, because that was the only way Tony was going to win the fight was by 12-round decision. And I said he was going to win 12-round decision. I didn't think Tony Harrison would have been stupid enough to be in there showboating and trying to trade shots with a younger, stronger man. I didn't think he would be stupid enough to do that, but he was on his way to win the fight. But then, like, he would not have won anyway. You know what I'm saying? It really looked like the judges just said, you know what? No, Jermell's going to win, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, the some of the uproar from all the Charlo fanboys after the first fight might have had something to do with it too, because I've noticed that pattern in the past as well with regards to if there's a lot of fan outcry about like, oh, so-and-so didn't deserve to win that fight, the judges will be more, they'll put more scrutiny on the fighter that apparently won, unjustifiably in the next fight. That's happened repeatedly before too.
That shit is crazy because it shows that Tony Harrison, no matter what, was going to lose this fight by stoppage or he was going to lose by decision. And I thought he was up by at least 2 rounds to me.
Yeah. But I had him winning too, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, that shit was crazy,
basically,
bro.
When Charlo had in that 11th round, Charlo was needing another knockdown or two to even it up and start actually winning the fight on my card.
So. Yeah,
but Tony,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hello?
What the hell?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I can only see your
yeah, that's weird.
Oh, there you go. That was crazy.
Iron Kong took over the broadcast and
Shout
shit.
out to Iron Kong taking over the broadcast.
I'm telling y'all, something's wrong with StreamYard, man. This shit is, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I just got kicked off and shit. When I was talking, I just got kicked off.
That was really weird, man. I don't know what happened.
What?
Hold up, y'all. Something going on with it.
Damn, Black, you forgot to pay your bill, home.
That shit was crazy.
I'm the landlord now. No, you were saying Rocket Strike. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
No, damn, well, I just got caught off guard. But
My
yeah,
bad,
yeah,
y'all.
man. Fact of the matter is, bro, Tony did a good job, man. He just
Yeah, I
I
mean, he
think he
fought about
just
as good as
he
of a fight as you can while losing. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean, but I think he just wanted to like show everybody so bad that he's like the better boxer.
Right.
He can actually beat Jermell,
He got
like
carried away
walk him
with
down
himself
and
doing
shit.
that.
He got carried away with it and he got relaxed. And I probably when Jermell was throwing punches like in the middle of the fight, maybe he felt some steam coming off of Jermell's shit. So he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay, you know what I mean? I'm good now. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna play with him." You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
But he didn't count on the fact that
Second wins
Jermell's in
and
good
things like
fucking
that.
shape.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
in good
Well, and
shape,
that's the
bro.
thing. Like fighters when they catch their second win, sometimes that power comes right back to them too. It's not just about like
Yeah,
you being able to be viable again. Sometimes it's like all of a sudden that snap comes back, the speed comes back, the power comes back once your cardiovascular gets into that next gear.
Because Charlo was throwing like early on. He was putting everything behind his shots, and I'm like, why is Tony Harrison trading shots with Jamel? Where's Black again?
I'm sure he probably could still hear us, but I don't know, man.
right,
Just keep
Anyway,
going, bro. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, let's keep going, yeah.
Streamer's just gonna do what it does. You know what I mean?
what
And
I'm like,
Black's hiding in the bushes, bro. He's hiding in the bushes. You know what I mean? He can
Tony
see us.
Harrison was trying to trade body shots with a younger, stronger man, and I'm like, why are you just standing there? I mean, I guess he should be trying to make Jamel miss because if he misses, he'll tire out more. You're not gonna wear him down with body shots. So why are you standing there? So I think Charlo just wore Tony down, and then he started showboating to show people, "Oh, you ain't hurting me," to maybe again get in Jamel's head. But Jamel was focused. So
From like Monday night quarterbacking and shit. I think what Tony should have did, even though he did do a good job of it, I think he should have did a better job of going to Jamel's body for real. Cause his fucking body attack, oh man, he was landing some beautiful shots on Jamel's body, bro.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
think he
that's
should have
true.
kept that up. I think that would have helped him in the long run.
Yeah.
boy, let
You
me
know what
tell
I
you,
mean?
if that should have went to 12-round decision, and Tony Harrison didn't win that fight, no, my God. I mean, what do you say?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. That shit would have been crazy. And come to find out, two of the judges had Jamel up. I'm like, what?
sad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
And,
fuck?
At least two
but
of them
then
did. I guess the third one had Harrison up, but
I guess this is a year of fixes because
so.
everybody's fixing fights these days, right? Canelo is fixing fights. Joshua is fixing fights.
Oh no, I mean it's like I was saying earlier, like it's just predictable. You know what I mean? If the A side guy is if the round is anywhere near close, if you're not beating the shit out of the A side guy, the A side guy's getting the fucking round. That's pretty much like it's predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. But
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
it's
Hopefully,
like I need to keep like two separate scorecards, one for me and one for how I think the judges are scoring it. You know, it's like the authentic shit and then the what's really happening.
Right. Well, question though,
yeah.
man. I mean, does J-Rock gonna have a mandatory or is he free to just unify with Jamal now?
You know, I'm not sure
I
about
don't know. I gotta check up on that because
Because that division, nobody really gives a damn about that division unless they're unifying, right? Because
let me take a look at the
J-Rock is not gonna fill out no stadiums. Charlo by himself is not gonna fill out no stadiums, and Munguia, well, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever.
Oh, J-Rock does have a number one in the IBF, so I'm assuming that would be his mandatory, Vakram Murtazaliev.
No, okay.
what the fuck? Who the hell is that?
I don't
Not
know,
sure,
man.
man. I may have seen him on like one of these undercards or whatever.
IBF is weird, man. You know what I mean? Like I know it's like, was it Intercontinental? Was it
They will strip you though. I don't care.
International Boxing Federation.
International? Okay, I thought I'm thinking about wrestling. The fuck is up with me?
Shawn Michaels,
But
Intercontinental Champion and shit. Yeah.
right. HBK all day, baby.
Jordan Champine in the chat. Yeah, I mean, there's an interview when people were predicting who was going to win the Ruiz versus Joshua 2 fight. Mark Breland.
I mean, this IBF dude looks pretty legit though. 17-0, 13 knockouts.
Yeah.
Hey, what do y'all think about FA though, bro?
I like.
I mean,
had some tough fight and he came through.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've been following him since the Olympics. I watched every fight in the 2016 Olympics. It was pretty easy to find because they had them all online. What do you call it? But FA had gotten eliminated in the second round. In the first round, he scored a nasty knockout, which you don't typically see in the amateurs because the gloves are way softer and they're heavier too. He scored a brutal knockout in his first fight. In the second fight, though, he got schooled by Ivan Dichko, guy from Kazakhstan. He's actually a pro now too. But he was so stiff in that fight, and he really hasn't changed from the amateurs to the pros. His style is almost the same. Yeah, and because of the fact that he hasn't changed, I've been a bit skeptical of how far he's gonna go as a pro, because of the fact that he's so stiff, he's so upright, his chin is kind of up in the air.
Yeah,
and he throws punches kind of at the same speed, at the same angle almost every time. It's like he doesn't really vary it up.
Right.
So hopefully
exactly.
this will be a learning experience in order for him to start varying stuff up a little bit more. You know, because he had this guy completely out of there, yet this guy was still able to nail him on some what was that fight back in the day? Derek Jefferson versus Mo Harris on some shit like that, where this guy was almost like lights out and he damn near knocked FA out too. So
right,
you know, he definitely needs to clean it up. And a matter of fact, even in his last fight, he was actually fighting another Olympian, this guy Demirezin, and Demirezin was tagging him up. Like Demirezin was outworking him. It was just a matter of Ajagba was able to kind of just hold him off to a degree and get a close decision over the guy. But yeah, he definitely needs to clean some things up, specifically defensively. His offense is you know, he's got a lot of power, so if he lands on anybody, he could hurt him. But you know, it's one of those things where he needs to try to stave off these guys from landing on him as well, and also not get too in love with his power, so that he starts kind of windmilling like he did with this guy, and then get caught.
He doesn't have a lot of power. He has good power. He doesn't have a lot of power. You know what I mean? Because he landed some flush right hands on dude. Yeah, heavy-handed and having a lot of power is two different things, though.
Yeah, well, that's it. He doesn't have like that explosive snap power. He's got that, like, you can see it coming, but it still hurts power.
Right. He's slow. That's what I've noticed about FA. He's slow. You know what I mean? And like you said, he's very stiff. I saw that last night. You know what I mean? Like, dude, he should have got dude up out of there. Now I understand, you know what I mean, when the cat's in the corner, you know what I mean, motherfucking cat's gonna come out fighting. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what dude
Hey, you know,
did.
Jordan in the chat actually made a really good point. He, like, the fact that he kind of let dude off the hook too when he thought the ref was gonna jump in. Like, he shouldn't have done that. He should have ran in straight away for the finish. That was a big mistake.
Hey, Jordan, Ronnie Shields got in his ass because in that corner, Ronnie Shields is getting on him. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And FA sitting there looking like a scolded child and shit. Like, okay, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So, man, hopefully he works on that shit, man. For real, he needs to switch it up.
Yeah, Ronnie Shields needs to bring up some tape of Juan Diaz back in the day. He's the one that trained him. Get him some of that inside head movement and shit, man.
Yeah, but Ronnie Shields trains Jamal, right? And Jamal
left him. Didn't he? I thought he did.
Jamal's still with him.
Oh, Jamal. Okay, yeah.
Jamel left him.
Jamal. Okay, my bad.
Jamal is with Ronnie Shields, and Jamal is a stiff dude. I think Ronnie Shields just, I don't know. That's just his training. Yeah. Ronnie Shields can't train nobody to be a world class boxer, man.
I mean, maybe it's just a matter of he doesn't really change the style of the guy that he's, because like I was saying, like, he trained Juan Diaz too, and Juan Diaz was fluid as shit. You know, he was a really good inside, had a good head movement and all that. So.
I don't know, man. But you know, Hefe got to work on some shit, man. Because I like Fa, but you know, he got to do
Or
better than that
Aristotle
shit
Lar
that he
too, a
put
matter
on
of fact.
last night.
He was kind of
Ayo,
Yeah, he was.
effective.
Yup.
AO, AOBZ says FA is like 30 plus, bro.
30 plus. The
I
Nah.
don't.
nigga looked like fucking. He looked like Francis Ngannou and shit.
I was
He
gonna
probably
say
brothers.
FA looks much
Well, I
older.
mean, they're both
That's like
Nigerian, so they might be, from the
nah, Ngannou is from
same.
Cameroon.
I'm sorry.
Ngannou is from Cameroon.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He speaks French. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh
Yeah,
shit. All right, my bad.
yeah. But they look alike though. Got basically the same damn haircut and shit. You know what I mean? But you know, hey man, it's a good learning lesson. He put the dude out. You know what I mean? Which is good. It's always good. You know what I mean? You live and
Anyway,
you learn, man. Hopefully he just
anyway,
work on this
brothers,
shit.
I'm off to the beach. Y'all have a nice day.
You too.
All right, man. Cool
Peace.
waters, man.
Yeah, man, easy.
Take care. All right.
Peace out, King.
Naomi with the peyote. What's going on, chap?
Not much, man. I enjoyed the fights last night. You know what I mean? What'd you think of the first fight, Balderas and Giron? Did you see that?
I saw the tail end of it. You know what I mean? I saw when damn I get them two mixed up. But when Slim
Balderas was the tall kid,
knocked him out,
the
knocked him
one that
down.
got KO'd. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good, yeah. I mean, from the highlights that I seen, man, it was a pretty good fight, man. It was pretty good,
Yeah, that
man.
shit was crazy.
They
Cause
was
here's the
going back and
thing.
forth,
Here's the
bro.
thing. And I could see why El Jefe was big up in that dude because, like I said, I watched the whole 2016 Olympics and nobody from the American team impressed me more than Balderas did. Because he beat the brakes off of this guy from Cuba, Lazaro Alvarez. He beat his ass, dropped him twice, and then
Mm,
got robbed on the cards. Alvarez wound up going to the next round and then giving a really, really close fight where he actually could have won to Robson Conceição. Conceição is from Brazil, and the Olympics were in Brazil.
right,
So Conceição kind of got the benefit of the doubt a little bit. And then he went on to
right,
the finals and beat Sofiane Mija from France in a close fight. Got kind of, maybe got a little bit of benefit of the doubt there too. So, like, all things considered, Balderas could have easily been, a gold medalist in this last Olympics, but
right.
he got kind of robbed of that opportunity. But he's another guy where it's like he hasn't really tightened things up from the amateurs to the pros, and he just left himself wide open for those hooks that
Yeah, he
knocked him
keep his
down and
hand
knocked him out.
down. He keep his hands down, man.
Yeah.
Like, come
Well,
on,
it's like
bro.
he's
Like he's
using
faster than this dude.
yeah, he was using a shoulder roll, but the problem is like he was keeping his right hand too far back and too low. It wasn't like up on his cheekbone where it should have been.
Right.
So
You know what I mean? But he
yeah.
was faster than the dude. The dude was slower. Dude, I guess the dude just had more power, man. He was a stud, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Giron
fuck
is
it.
nasty though. I mean, like if you look at it, I hadn't seen him before, but a friend of mine that like keeps track of him a little bit better he's only 20. I guess he had 88 amateur fights, and then he turned pro when he was 16, and he's 20 now. So that dude has a lot of experience. So
Yeah.
he just went in there and just got him into that kind of inside fight that favored him and took him out, man. But I'm definitely gonna have to keep closer eye on Giron to see what he does in the future, man. Because that was an impressive KO win for him, especially coming back from getting low because he hit Balderas with what I think was kind of an incidental low blow in what was that? I think the 4th round, and Balderas came back and hit him square in the nuts to retaliate, square in the balls to retaliate for that. And so a lot of
Oh
people were pissed
man.
about that too. And the ref didn't even take a point away from him. He just warned him, and he told Giron like, "Hey, that was revenge for what you did to him, and I want you to come back at him and do the same thing." And but that was a good ass fight too.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Balderas just take this shit with stride, man. Work on this shit because he was, you know, what I mean, he was still early on in his career. He was 9-0 when he fought Renee. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's 9-1 now, man. Hopefully he work on this shit and just come back even nastier, man.
yeah.
Just have better defense, bro, for real.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure he can and
that
he will.
that
Because
shoulder
that's the thing.
roll
Like a lot
shit,
of people,
nah.
a lot of people don't know that. Like he was like a big time amateur rival of Teofimo Lopez. I think they split fights in the amateurs. Matter of fact. So
For real.
Yeah.
What you think
So,
about Teofimo, man? Me and 1-2 was talking about him versus Loma.
I
You know what
mean,
I mean? What do you think about that?
I said it for a long time. I think Lopez is going to beat Lomachenko. And here's the thing. It's not necessarily so much because I think Lopez is this like over the, over the sun and the moon type talent necessarily. But I think
Right.
that his size advantages over Lomachenko and his ability to enforce those advantages are what's going to win him the fight in the end. I think he's going to be more than capable of doing somewhat what Salido did a little bit, and walking Lomachenko into right hands, and also being able to bully him on the inside a little bit too, when it gets kind of tricky up in the inside. And Lomachenko, to me, like, in order to win that fight, he has to almost box somewhat of a perfect fight, whereby he needs to very much be in and out, side to side, constantly sticking, constantly moving. Because if he stands in one place too long in front of Lopez is going to nail him. Lopez's reflexes and his timing are too good right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. It's from now, like from here, it looks like Teofimo could get him. You know what I mean? But the thing about Loma, man, see, people think Loma is he's just a better boxer. You know what I mean? But Loma has power too.
Yeah.
No, that's what people sleep on. He has power too, bro.
He does.
He be knocking niggas out to the body, man. Like, dude has good
with
power.
Lopez, though, he would have I couldn't see him cracking Lopez with one shot and taking him out. He would have to wear him down.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I can see him wearing Lopez down.
Yeah. No, if
Lopez can't knock him down, yeah. If Lopez can't really like knock out Lomachenko, bro, I think Lomachenko's gonna play with him. You know what I mean? I really do.
Yeah.
If he can't knock out Loma, he's gonna play with him.
Yeah, I just don't see that. I don't see Lomachenko being able to play with Lopez like that.
I mean, when I say play with him, I mean like he just gonna just outbox him. You know what I mean? For real. Because
I mean, the thing about it though is like I was saying though, I just think that Lopez is constantly going to need to be on the move in order to outbox him. Like he needs to keep his eye on the ball the entire time. He can't take his focus off at all, because if he does, Lopez will hit him. Lopez, like, to me, the guys that are really going to give Lopez a lot of trouble at this point are guys like Nakatani, who are really long and are able to use distance really well and kind of walk Lopez into shots, or guys that are really good at crowding him and being able to push him on his heels. Like maybe somebody like Giron, actually, now that I think about it, like somebody like that, actually, I think would give Lopez a lot of difficulty, just because he'd be like buried in his chest and forcing Lopez, on his heels, like not even necessarily pushing him back, but like pushing not enabling him to get any kind of forward momentum on his shots to get maximum power.
Yeah, see, like, but I like Till. You know what I mean? like he sets up his shot. He sets up his shots real good.
Yeah, no,
you know
so do
I.
I just think it's like, to me, it's gonna. I think it's gonna take a special type of fighter to beat him. Is Lomachenko a special type of fighter? Yeah, to a large degree, he is. I'm just not sure he's the right one necessarily to beat Lopez.
Hey, you know what I mean? All I know is Lopez better not keep his hands down.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna be ready, man.
You know what I mean?
I think
he likes he likes to hop in. He likes to leap in with that left hook too.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean? Look, I think Lopez could win. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I just can't, like, if you put a gun in my head, I just can't pick Lopez over Loma like that. Like, I would have to be 50-50 with it, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lopez is pretty good. He's explosive. I like him a lot, man. But you know what I mean? People writing off Loma right now, like, you got to be crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we got to see them too.
Like, I don't think anybody should really write Lomachenko off against anybody at 135 or below. They just shouldn't. The guy's too good, and he's too well prepared, generally speaking, for that. But I think Lopez is the guy. I think he's the one that's gonna do the thing.
Yeah, just make sure he keep his fucking hands up.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, though. I think he will, because as much shit as he and his dad talk, I think they're gonna be more than prepared. I think they're gonna train as hard as they ever have or ever will for this fight against Lomachenko. So
yeah, man, that's gonna be a good ass fight, man. I hope it get made, man. I mean, they with the same damn same promotional company, so
right.
you know what I mean.
Right.
Hopefully that shit gets made soon,
Yeah.
man. You know
I
what I
mean, I
mean. But
think it's
Loma
possible
didn't
too
really
because
look too
here's the thing:
happy.
even if Lomachenko does lose, they could still use the excuse like, "Hey, you know what? Lomachenko wasn't at his natural weight. He's gonna move down to 130. Lopez probably gonna move up to 140. You know, all that good shit, and then they could still split the money between the two guys. So that's what it is.
Hey, and
It's somewhat
hey,
it's
man,
something of a win-win for Lomachenko, even if he was to lose.
yeah, Lopez will have to stay at 140 though. You know what I mean? Like he can't go to 147. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't really see him
that'd be too
doing
much
good
too
at
soon for him. Yeah,
147.
no, that'd be too much too soon for him.
Right.
And here's the thing: like, I
Yeah.
don't even think his frame is that big necessarily. I could see him eventually filling out to 147 in maybe 7 or 8 years, but not anytime soon.
Right. You
Hey,
know
y'all
what I
been
mean? But hey, man, we'll see.
Was that Black?
I said y'all been holding it down. Salute to y'all, man.
Hey,
Yeah, man, you left
careful.
us and shit, hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, man. I had an interception call come through. I had to take it though.
No, it's
So
cool.
That's
I
how
mean,
it
do
is,
you?
man.
it was actually my daughter, man. Actually, my daughter on
Oh, for real?
the video call shit. So that shit took me all the way out of StreamYard.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
hit you with the
That's
Family
FaceTime.
I
first.
gotta. That's why I gotta start putting my do not disturb shit on my phone
Yeah.
because when I be on StreamYard and shit, and wifey be calling me and shit,
Take you right
and
out.
she be calling me from like, what's that? Yeah, it take me right out. I can't press the leave or nothing. I'm like, God damn it. Then y'all be hearing the damn ringtone and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I hate that shit, bro. Look,
Hey, 1-2 kid.
that should be my fault though.
What's going on, Black? Nayoda, we was
What it
talking
went to?
about you last night, rookie of the year. Yup. Hell yeah. And Rocket Strike, my man. How you doing, man?
what's
What y'all talk about?
what's going on, man? Shit, man. We talking about the fight from last night and Tiafimo, Loma, and
Yo, the
oh
closer
yeah,
that fight get, bro.
I ain't
Closer
even
that
get to
fight
Earl
get.
yet.
Yo, closer that fight get, Teofimo and Loma, man, the more I lean towards Teo. I think he got all the attributes, man.
That's what I'm
He's
saying,
younger,
man.
he's
But we gotta
bigger,
tell him. You
he's
gotta tell him
explosive.
1-2.
Yo, he's explosive, and I just don't see I fucking Lobo got to fight a perfect fight for 12 rounds.
Like that's
No
the
doubt
thing.
about it.
1-2. Like a lot of people, they like to say styles make fights, but timing also makes fights.
Facts.
Timing also makes fights. You know what I mean? Like with regards to who's gonna win it.
Because I think Loma, he got decent power and he goes to the body and he breaks these guys down. I don't think that's gonna be a issue with a younger, bigger, explosive guy. You know what I'm saying? And on top of
Right.
that, I think that like I don't know, man. Just Teo got what it takes, man, to beat that guy. I think he does. And the closer it gets, the more I'm like, I'm gonna give it to Teo. And I mean, it's probably gonna be 4-1 odds for Loma. So it's a hell of a bet to take, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. I got a 50-50 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the only
I got
thing
a
that Lomo
50-50.
got on him though is if he gets at him mentally, if it starts frustrating him and gets him out his game. But
And that's what
that's it.
I'm like talking about too, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I can't really go. I can't really go with Loma. I can't really go with Lopez, bro. I got to stay in the middle, bro, because like Lopez is really fucking good. I fuck with Lopez. You know what I mean? For real. Like he showed me that Comey fight. He showed me like, okay, this nigga's the real deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
For
But
real, because
I mean,
nobody's ever
at the
knocked out
very least,
Comey.
what that Comish fight should show everybody is that you trade with him at your own risk. If you're on the inside or the mid range, he owns that shit. Like he's, that's you're
what that
the
showed
danger
me
zone.
though? That showed me was Nakatani ain't no joke.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. But when it comes to him breaking him down mentally, I think literally his dad being in the corner will actually help him because his dad had it in for Lomo for the longest. And so they were sitting down watching footage and he was like, Mijo, look what you know what I'm saying? Look what he did. He did it again. You know what I'm saying? You could catch him with this and you could catch him with
Yeah.
that. So that would be his motivation through the whole 12 rounds is his pop.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
I think they have that motivation too, because like I think the Lopez's, I mean, I guess akin to like the way that like a lot of people, they think that I hate Lomachenko and shit, but I think as much as people think that I hate Lomachenko, I think the Lopez's probably hate him that much more, like double that shit. Like to them, they're like almost insulted at the fact that people consider Lomachenko such a big favorite over Teofimo. So,
but that's the thing.
I think he's gonna go in there with kind of a bad intentions, you know.
I mean, Lomu did a lot, man. So I'm not taking nothing away from him. I mean, he accomplished a lot in this game in a short period of time.
Absolutely, that's the thing. Like, you know, people want to call me a hater and shit, but I mean, the guy's a great fighter and he's an amazing workhorse. You know, like
even the way Lomo was talking at the end of the fight, like, I don't know what happened. Like, what you mean you don't know what happened?
Yeah. See, and that right there tells me, like, you know, as much experience as Lomachenko has, the fact that he couldn't call the fight really, like with Coleman, he thought Coleman was going to knock Lopez out, and then his reaction afterwards of like, I don't know what the fuck I just saw, you know, like he was dead. That just the fact that threw him for a loop may show that Lopez may have been and may still be even underestimating what Lopez has for him.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I felt like he was just trying to undermine Lopez because he knew he was probably going to wind up facing him and was just like, man, I don't even know what happened. Man, I wasn't even paying attention.
He was on some speaker, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Man, I was texting somebody. Like, well, welcome to the club. What do you want from me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that don't sound right. Like, it sounded to me like you a little concerned, but you just trying to sweep it under the rug. Like, that's what I would take it from it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's not concerned. Maybe he knows he can beat Lopez. You know what I mean?
He better be concerned.
No, but here's the thing, though. Like that.
No, he don't have to.
He better be concerned for 12 rounds when he get in there with him.
That's the thing, though. Like if he has that type of hubris, that's gonna bite him in the ass against Lopez. Like I'm saying, like, you know, if he starts doing that kind of showboat Mariaga, Rigondeaux, Nicholas Walters shit, he's gonna taste some canvas.
Yeah, if he tries to shoe shine Lopez, he gonna feel the funk. Facts. You can't let that man touch you. You can't let that man touch you. You know, and Lomo ain't a big guy.
It all depends on if Lopez can hurt Loma. I mean, if he does, he does. But if he don't, what the fuck you gonna do?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, Lomachenko has a pretty good jaw. You know, he can take a punch pretty well, but he can't get caught. You know, and I do think Lopez can and will catch him.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that's a little reaching though. You know what I mean? That is a little bit of reaching. You know what I mean? Y'all saying that Lopez will and can catch.
Okay,
Loma,
well,
you know what I mean? But we really don't know.
Hold up, I didn't say that. You said jaw, but I agree with it though.
No, well, Naota. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like Naota, you kind of like, or whoever thinks like that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we really don't know.
That's
we know Loma.
You know what I mean? So
we know Loma's cemented. Yeah. Loma's cemented. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No. Here's the thing.
Like, Lopez so far.
I'm not saying that it's outside of the realm of possibility that Lomachenko could whoop Lopez's ass and KO him late. I'm not saying that at all. I just think that the way it's actually going to turn out is Lopez with the victory.
Yeah, man. You know, we'll see, man.
You know, we'll see, like I try not to ever count anybody out of the possibility of winning a fight because ultimately it's a man versus a man. That's just what it is. But
not only that, it's Loma versus Teo. It ain't necessarily a man versus a man.
I'm just talking about in general in boxing. You know what I mean? Like somebody that's a total underdog that's been knocked out 10 times or whatever could upset the best prospect or champion that you place up against him on if given the right circumstances. But
yeah, you know what I mean? Look, I don't even really like Loma like that. You know, but I like his skills. You know what I mean? I just don't like the way how, you know what I mean, everybody started pushing, especially Bob and shit, and then they just left Terrence out the equation.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like to me, like that's the main thing that's always had me real critical of Lomachenko ever since he turned pro, just because the fact that they were trying to crown him before he had ever accomplished anything as a pro, and then the fact that they kind of erased the loss, and the fact that like They want to act like it, like, oh, like Salido actually didn't win that fight and he needed a low blow to win that fight and blah blah blah. Like they try to drag up every excuse in the book, and then it's almost like he's like playing by a different rule set in order to get ranked pound for pound or what have you than every other fighter in the entire sport. So when Kosei Tanaka, who I was arguing with the Jefe last night about, when Kosei Tanaka goes 12-0 without any losses and is a 3-weight champion in 12 fights, he's not a pound for pounder, but Lomachenko is. How does that work? You know, like how does that work?
They put that hype behind him, but you know what though? You know what? Even though they put that hype behind him, it is necessary though, because the nigga,
well, I mean,
he's bad.
He lives up to it to a certain degree. He does.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the dude, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The dude baits. His baits are fucking masterful. His feints are fucking masterful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he plays games with dudes in there. Like dudes don't be knowing what the fuck he's doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the dude is sweet, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say like that. He's sweet.
Sometimes fighters can be hype jobs at first and then eventually live up to it, even if they hadn't necessarily deserved it in the first place. That's a possibility too. That's what I think kind of happened with Canelo. I think when he was first getting like really hyped and shit, I thought that shit was way blown out of proportion. You know, when he was 19 years old and 20 years old and hadn't done a single damn thing except get rocked by Jose Cotto. You know, I thought that shit was way out of proportion, but eventually, you know, he's now recently
shit panned out.
Yeah, panned out in eventuality.
Panned out. Yeah, man. Goddamn. How can I wait to see that fucking fight? I hope that shit get made soon, bro. I swear.
I mean, supposedly
I just want to see it.
Talking about April, so that'll be good, man.
Yeah, you know. But what you think about Errol Spence's comments last night?
Oh yeah, I didn't even get a chance to talk about that. Yeah, man, Spence, he sounded bad. Here's the thing. I think universally, anybody that's being honest, including a lot of Spence fans that I've seen posting on Twitter and stuff, were saying that he didn't sound the same. You know, he sounded slurred. You know, I made a joke yesterday saying that he sounded like Kanye West and Through the Wire, and he kind of did. You know, he was slurring like crazy. Like, and I don't know if that's from maybe the dental work that he had to have done because his teeth got jacked up in the crash, or if that
I saw some pearly white.
Go ahead.
I saw some pearly whites in his mouth. Pause. For real. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he might have had to have had some shit replaced. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Black, somebody's backstage, bro.
Oh, and Mr. Old School.
Mr. Old School's backstage.
Yeah. But
I don't know who Mr. Old School is, though.
Yeah, I don't know if that might be just like a issue with his teeth, or if that's some sort of lingering issue from maybe the concussion that he probably suffered from his fall getting broken by his face. But you know, it didn't sound great. And honestly, for him to be saying like, hey, he wants to get pitched right back in there tough against Pacquiao or Crawford or Danny Garcia or whoever. Like honestly, like he might be, you know, biting off more than he can chew.
What
without you know, no puns intended. But I mean Pacquiao, Crawford, and Danny Garcia, like especially Pacquiao, I'm sure are probably chomping at the bit. Like, hey, if he offers them a fight, they're immediately taking it, because the fact that he's such a big question mark coming off of that crash, like that's a big potential opportunity. Like what I was saying earlier, where I said, you know, timing makes fights. You want to talk about great timing to catch somebody like Errol Spence? Right. That was the time.
Yep. You know what I mean? It'd be like taking candy from a baby. You know what I mean? Like, dude need a tune-up. He need a tune-up, man.
Spence could very well start a fight looking great, looking like the old Spence, first round, second round. But once that little bit of extra soreness starts setting into those muscles and all that, that's where the questions might start getting popped up.
Right. Hey, shout out Lisa Bells, GB Boxing, Jaguar Black, Toby, Big Money, Red Glove. What's up, champ? AOBZ, Unbiased. If you still in here, what's up? Jordan, what's going on, Holmes? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We just holding it down for Black. Martin
Let's go.
Ramos and this bitch. Barber, man. I need you to come to Maryland, man. Fuck New York, bro. Come to Maryland, man. I need you down here, bro. I need you. I need you. Please, pretty please come down to Maryland. I want to see what your barber game like, man. For real. But sorry about that. But yeah, man. Earl. I mean, I was glad to see him come out and talk. You know what I mean? He still look a little fucked up as far as his face and shit. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He just need to take it one day at a time. You know what I
Right.
mean? For real. Cause putting that energy out there like that, bro. Like for real, you don't. You're not gonna be able to handle Pacquiao. Pacquiao just gonna be all over you, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, nah, you need to tune up, man. See where your mental is. See how good your eyes are. Cause I was saying that last night, like, you know, for a fighter
Yeah.
to be out like that, especially suffering an injury, a car crash, you know what I mean, and you just been sitting and shit and trying to heal. You know what I mean? The thing with boxing, man, you gotta stay up on it, bro. Because if you don't, if you miss 1 second, bro, miss a couple months, a year, or whatever, you know what I mean? You gotta get your eyes back good. Like you gotta know what the hell you're seeing when you're in that ring.
Right.
Your reflexes got to be on point. Your eyes got to be on point. You got to see what this motherfucker's throwing. You got to see the traps that he's doing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to get all that back. You know what I mean? You just can't hop in and hop in versus a Pacquiao or Danny Garcia. Hell no.
Right.
You know what
Because
I
I mean,
mean?
that's the thing.
That's crazy.
There's a difference too between being in shape from a general purpose perspective, like as in like you're in shape as a regular person, and being in shape for a fight. For a fight versus an explosive, powerful, fast opponent that, you know, could catch you at any moment and take you out.
Right.
You know, which is
It's
what pretty much
it's a
elite
smart
level
thing to
boxing
do.
is. Yeah.
It's a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Like you gotta take a tune up, bro. Like you can't put that much pressure on yourself, man. Take it one day at a time, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See if your body can really like handle the shit any goddamn more. Cause I mean, even though he didn't break any bones and shit and all that, but you never know, man. Your body is the human body is crazy, bro. The body can just go kaput on you at any time.
Right.
You're like, nah, nigga, fuck that shit. What the fuck you doing? Trying to fight Danny Garcia? Nigga, I'm shutting you down. Sit the
Yeah.
fuck down. Lay down in the bed.
Yeah.
And body is crazy, man. You know what I mean? So I was glad to see that though. You know what I mean? I was glad to see him come out and talk to everybody, let everybody know how he was doing and shit. Brian Kenny was he was on him. He was like, I forgot what question he asked. He was like, I think it was in regard to his injuries. Like he kept asking the same question over and over again.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, they honestly they
You know
probably
what
should
I
have
mean?
pre-recorded that just so they could have at least, you know, cut everything down into the answers that he could actually answer instead of kind of wasting some time on stuff where he said that he couldn't talk about it due to the whole, you know,
Yeah,
legal situation. Because, you know,
yeah.
they
I
did kind of
mean,
rush through the interview because of the fact that, you know, it was on Fox, so they had to try to get to the main event and then get it over with so that they could get to the news and everything for the East Coast.
right. We'll see though, man. You know what I mean? I like what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Who do you think? Like, do you think he's going to take a top elite welterweight, or do you think he was just bullshit? Nailed. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You
All right.
want a mute or something?
Nah, man, I don't know. Like, I think my connection went bad for a second or something. I don't know. It's just like it's weird because like my connection is normally like legit, but it might just be a StreamYard thing, man. Just the way they encode this shit isn't the best. So if things
Right,
ain't perfect, then it starts fucking up.
right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
no,
Good night of boxing, bro. Shit.
yeah,
God
very good,
damn. That
very
shit.
good,
Oh
very
man,
good.
I was hurt, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
damn,
Oh, you
bro.
know what?
The 11th round.
Before I forget,
God.
for any of you night owls out there, there's gonna be a card on tonight on ESPN Plus tonight after midnight, 12:55, I think, Pacific time. It's Ryota Murata versus Stephen Butler for Murata's middleweight title. Moruti Thalane versus Akira Yagashi for Thalane's IBF flyweight title. Kenshiro Taraji versus Randy Petalcorin for Kenshiro's WBC light flyweight title. And Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito versus Dioma Diokos as a tune-up bout for a fight that he's